Josh, you're not getting off this easy. All right, I'm going to give a little speech about friends and friendships real quick. And first of all, anybody out here I've ever done any merchandise for? Tonight's stage sponsor, Charles White Advertising, Mr. Lewis White, right down here with his trusty mug right in the air. And talking about friends, where will we be in life without our friends? Everybody got to have a friend to get them down the road. Everybody's been down a rough road and needs a little pick-me-up at times. Josh Morningstar here is the epitome of a friend. So a few of us got together and want to do something special for this young man. And let me get one more round of applause for his talent. He's like all of us. He's had some demons, he battles through them, and he's the most upbeat, optimistic person I've ever met. And he cares about everybody he meets. You can post something negative on Facebook, and he'll be calling you the next day saying, hey, man, you okay? What's wrong? So we want to do something cool for this guy. So you stand right here and just look at these people for a minute. First of all, I dabble in art a little, so we need a little Josh Morningstar portrait for the young man. That was pre-sideburn era. And I got 50 prints for you here, do them as merch. The deal is, there's a deal. I get the first one signed to me. And while you're doing that, I got another question for you. What are some of your best musical influences out there?
Keith Whitley, Hank Sr., Lefty.
I heard you say Lefty. Lefty Frizzell. You like his guitar and things like that? Well, due to unforeseen circumstances, the other young man couldn't be here to present something to you. A.J. Hancock from Diamondback String Works has built you a custom Lefty Frizzell style guitar. It'll be ready for you to pick up, and I've seen pictures. I'll show them to you. It's got the pick guard up top with Joshua Morningstar on it. It's got pearl star inlays in the fretboard. You've got friends out here that appreciate what you do, and we want to give something back to make sure you keep on keeping on. And I really wish the guitar was here because I wanted to see the man tear up.
Josh Morningstar, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, Bridget London. Anybody know that name, Bridget London? Bridget London, I'm going to tell you a long, protracted story because they tell me that the fiddle player is not here yet. So they want me to, hold on. All right, Bridget London called me one morning when she first started the last Honky Tonk music series Anybody familiar with that last Honky Tonk Music Series? Okay. Now, Bridget and I go way back. I used to do an old thing overnights on a network of stations down in West Texas, between Central Texas and West Texas. The old Revolution FM. And Bridget and I had become friends online because I was always looking for new music that was not Kenny Chesney and Brad Paisley and Miranda Lambert and Blake Shelton and the rest of that nonsense. I was looking for real music. Stuff that I could feel comfortable playing. Stuff that I could feel comfortable saying that's Roadshow approved. So I met Bridget online. And that sounds creepy, I know, okay? But we've all met people online. Hell, this is 2014, right? Okay. Now, Mr. Bandana. Yeah. Wayne Titsworth. I mean, hell, there's a lot of people here that I've met online that I'm finally getting to meet today. I've talked to these guys for 8 years online. But trust me, there's nothing fishy going on. So anyway, Bridget London shows up on my old overnight radio station one morning about 2 o'clock. She calls me on my cell phone. She says, I'm here. So I go downstairs in the radio station, open the door, bring her in, bring her back upstairs, and she plays for about an hour and a half. And then I just put the thing on automation and just let it play for a while. And I walked her back down because I mean we're out, you know, we're right off Interstate 10. And so I walk her out, and she's got this car that is just full of everything she owns. They call her the Highway Woman for a reason. So she takes her guitar case and she opens up the left rear passenger door in this four-door little Buick that she was driving. And it had, and I'm not talking about a deuce and a quarter, okay? I'm talking about, whatever, a LeSabre, something small. And she shoves this guitar in, and I said, where are you gonna sit? She said, well, I got a little room right here in the driver's seat. So she gets in the thing, she drives off. That was 8 years ago, I guess. And then all through the years, Bridget has been turning me on to people that she runs across on the road, friends that she knows, friends that she's made. And that has become the impetus of a lot of what I do. Hell yeah, I play Ernest Tubb. I play Bob Wills. I play Hank. I play Billy Don Burns. Okay. But I play guys like Hal Bruni, who will be performing here this weekend. I play Billy Joe Shaver and Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings. She calls me up one day, she says, I've got this young man that I want you to hear. I said, what's his name? She says, Josh Morningstar. I said, well, hell yeah, that sounds good. I said, send me something to listen to so I can get ready for it. She goes, I want to have him call in because we're doing this thing called, back then it was called Ameripolitan Thursdays. Now, anybody out there heard of the Ameripolitan music? All right. All right, very good. Ameripolitan music covers a lot of genres. It's guys and gals that are playing stuff that matter. Stuff that's worthwhile. Stuff that is not homogenized. Stuff that makes sense. She says, I got this guy, and I wanted to have him call in on your show. His name's Josh Morningstar. So, had Josh call in. And I was so impressed that this kid at 7 o'clock in the morning was so lucid and put on a hell of a show on the radio for me for an hour. I had the music, I talked to him, I played some of his songs. Talked to him, played some of his songs. I'm grateful to be a part of this thing, especially tonight where Josh is honored because the kid has overcome a lot of obstacles and he embodies the outlaw spirit, and we're happy to have him. Happy to have all y'all too. Let's give it up. This is Outlaw Fest 2014, and welcome